Welcome, everyone. We are here with our post-match interviews with Rajesh and iqbalhood. Welcome, guys. How are you two feeling?
Thank you, Adam. Feeling great. It was a tough
Yes, feeling.
Welcome,
challenges.
everyone. We
Thank
are
you.
here with our post-match interviews with Rajesh and iqbalhood. Iqbalhood, how you doing?
I'm good.
Tired?
Little bit tired. Some I must rush on creating design for
Yep.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yep. So the two of you just competed on some 30-minute design sessions. So I know coming into today, you didn't necessarily know your seed, and you didn't know whether it'd be. You knew it'd be a 30 or a 60, but you weren't. You didn't. We didn't tell you what it was. So, what was kind of your first thought once you knew your seed and you knew that it was a 30-minute session? So, Rajesh, what did you think?
I was very nervous actually to begin with. Um, I didn't want to end up in the lower bracket because once you go there and you lose, then you're out. So lucky me that I got to. I'm still in the top bracket or
Right.
the top half.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I mean, you've done a great job today. You've definitely, I think you started out as a 10 seed, and iqbalhood, you started out as the 11 seed. So you guys were 10 and 11, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And so for everyone out there, Rajesh won his matchup against Karm in round one, and then in round two, Rajesh won his matchup against Toto TPC.
Mhm.
And then iqbalhood matched up against Stark, and iqbalhood Stark beat you in round one. And then you got a break, and then you just competed. So at least you had a gap there, and you just competed against Yoki. So iqbalhood, what did you think about one, finding out you were 11 seed, and then knowing that it was 30 minutes? Was it scary?
I think yeah. This is I think it's good and this is a fair enough challenge. I think cost 30 minutes. The designer who have higher level and lower level always have the same chance in 30 minutes. If they overthinking like me in round one, they will lose.
So, Rajesh, you've competed a few times in not in our kind of fun bracket tournament, and
Yeah.
then of course in the regional. So, did any of that help prepare you for today?
Yes, it did. Yes, I think what I've learned with these bracket challenges is to really read the spec carefully and really identify the key thing being asked and then execute with speed. So
I'm hoping that I'm making it easier for those key things to stand out. Are they
yes,
standing out a little better?
yeah, yeah.
um, what did you guys think about the problems? So the very first problem, it was the writing problem, and then the second one was the um, gardening problem,
The
and then
gardener one.
the third one was the restaurant manager. So, any thoughts on the problems?
I think the first one was pretty common to. There are lots of apps like these in the market, like we have Evernote or a lot of note taking apps. So I think that's a known problem, but I think the second one and the third one were quite different. The gardener one was very different, so very interesting actually. There are a lot of things that you could do there.
Yeah, yeah. So, Iqbalhood, what did you think about the problems?
I think on the first round challenge, this is yeah like like Rajesh said there is so many apps out there in Play Store or App Store like that, like Google Keep, Evernote, and etc. And on the second challenge, maybe we have Lux challenge from last year with the same problem. On third challenge, I think there is quite same with the design man challenge. There is the same problem on second round on design ban. This is uh, uh, the same problem, I think.
I see.
So I don't necessarily know if it was the same problem, but it might be similar. So which is where there is a benefit for someone who has probably read a lot of the specs or looked at a lot of the challenges over the last year. You know, there's definitely a benefit to understanding like, hey, we may have visited or revisited something. So that's a very good observation there. Hey Vicky, what are you thinking? Got any thoughts for any questions for these two?
Well, actually, what Rajesh said about, and also Iqbalhood said that there's this difference that something is a non-problem for them or for an everyday people, or something is pretty new. And for me, it's actually not obvious which is easier to design for. The one which you have a lot of solutions already. How can you how can
Okay.
you suggest a better, make it better,
Mhm.
or is it harder to understand a new problem and design for that? What do you think about that? Because you already said that there is a difference, but which one is harder and why?
I think both have got their, as you said, like if there is a problem which is already solved, then how do you make your solution stand out? So I think that's where you're focusing on. And then if there is a new problem altogether, then it's really focusing, like I said, focusing on what is the key ask and then executing. I would say, I mean, they are different categories, so I wouldn't compare their toughness with each other.
Okay, so Vicky, you won your regional doing this 30-minute and 60-minute challenges. Was there, I guess for my question to you and to Rajesh and Iqbalhood, as you went from challenge to challenge, did it get easier? Did you feel warmed up?
Um, yeah, but I think there is enough stress to wear you down, so you need to take a break. And it's the continuous part. Of course, this time that we did have a little bit of a break, and there was live judging, so that makes you nervous too. So everything just keeps adding up.
So Iqbalhood, any thoughts on that? Did it get
I
easier?
think when the easier challenge, the fight is more about who can create the best UI, because the UX, many designer uh, know what they will make, but on the hardest problem, maybe the best UX is the first one what designer must make.
So the two of you, this is your first Top Cutter Open. So how does it
Yeah.
feel to be competing in your first one?
I feel very special. I wish this we were able to make it on site, but I'll try next year. So you know, it feels really special to be part of the top 12, top 11 competitors.
Yeah, I mean that is a bummer that you guys made it for the first time and we couldn't actually meet in person. So,
Hmm. Yeah,
although I have met you guys in person, Rajesh, we've hung out in Bangalore, in
yeah.
Iqbalhood, we've hung out in Medan. So, it's I have at least we have gotten to meet each other and spend some time together. So, but no, next year we'll have to see. Any other thoughts on just kind of this initial experience? What would you like to share with everyone out there?
Um, I wish I went tomorrow.
Uh,
Me too.
it's not better. It's not getting better. No,
It's
just
getting
for me
tougher and
though.
tougher. So yeah. I mean,
Um,
just one thing that I'd like to say is, looking at when you are judging them live, looking at the designs, it's really surprising to see such amazing work by other designers too.
mhm. And
Well,
it's frightening.
and the judging is hard, right? I mean, especially in real time. And what I found amazing is how the matchups, like it's almost like the matchups are great matchups because they're so close to what, and then it's I saw two. I don't know who they were. I saw two designs that were kind of wireframing information architecture, very you know, UI less, right? And both designers were kind of the same. And then I saw, I think Rajesh, you competed against someone, and you both were very like, you had 4 or 5 screens, and you were both like had similar solve, and it was
Yeah.
just like, how did those two have something? And how did these two do that? Like, so imagine if you were competing against one of the other ones, right?
Yeah.
So,
True.
so. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining us on this post-match session. Really appreciate your time, and great job today. So Rajesh, great job staying up in the upper bracket, and iqbalhood, we'll find out here tomorrow morning how you do in your challenge. And looking forward to tomorrow. Again, today we had 3 problems. Tomorrow we'll have 2 problems, and good luck to the 2 of you in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay,
Thank you,
Adam.
everyone.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.